Hey, what's up? It's Luke, and you're watching Luke the Gathering. And today we're going to start the Crack-a-Pack series for Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth. I've got a draft booster here, and I've had a little bit of drafting experience with this set, so it's just fun to open a pack, see what we get, and what we would pick, and in what order. So, let's just go ahead and see what comes out of this pack. First of all, we're starting with Orcish Medicine, and black is the best color. That's been established. Decent card, but definitely not the best black card. Hithlane Knots. This is definitely an okay card for blue. Instant speed card here. Fog on Barrow Downs. This makes it so that a creature can or cannot, or can't block, can't attack. Also changes it to a spirit. I don't think it's that great, but if you're like there are uses for it, I suppose. Mirkwood Spider, really nice little green card. It's a 1/1 Death Toucher. However, it's in green. Green seems to be the worst color, so it's difficult to choose it. We got an Olagai Crusher, 4/4 Trampler, pretty decent. The Black Breath. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. The ring tempts you. This is an alright card. Pippin's Bravery. It's a green card, so that's bad. But it is nice that you can sacrifice food, and you get +4/+4 for a creature. That's pretty hefty. Otherwise, it's a +2/+2 for 1 mana. Bewitching Leechcraft. This is sort of a removal spell of sorts. Creature stays on the field, but ends up getting tapped, and if they get +1/+1 counters, it can untap them at the cost of a +1/+1 counter. Ooh, Dunlin Cravain. This is one of the top commons in the whole set, and we got a really nice art version of it here. This is a flyer. When it ETBs, you get Amassed Orcs too, so it's a 2-for-1. You get a 1/1 in the air, and Amassing Orcs too. Oh, Eomer of the Riddermark. This is really great as well. It's a 5/4 haste. Whenever Eomer of the Riddermark attacks, if you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures, you get to make a 1/1 white human soldier creature token as well. So it's a 5/4, makes a 1/1 typically because it's a power 5, and power 5, a lot of the creatures in the set tend not to be that powerful. So power 5 is pretty decent. Stern Scolding, instant speed removal. But it's only power or toughness 2 or less. But it is only 1 blue mana at instant speed. Ooh, we have Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. It's a flash creature. You can cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. And whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Gandalf as the ring bearer, you can draw a card. We got Mary. Decent card here. Barry, Squire of Rohan, has first strike as long as it's equipped. So throw, one of those swords on him or anything, and he'll have first strike. And then whenever you attack with Mary, another legendary, you get to draw a card. Foil, Cast into the Fire. We got a Forest and a Tentacle. I think we got some pretty decent cards here to select from. I think the standouts so far are the Dunlin Cravain, Eomer, Gandalf, Mary, but not so much Mary. Yeah, I would go as far as to say maybe the top 3 would be either picking Gandalf, which is a really strong blue card, Eomer, it's a really great red card, and the Dunlin Cravain, really, really good black card. Now, the nice thing is they're all monocolored, so we don't have to be like, well, we're not going to take this one because it's a gold card. In this case, I'm looking at the colors. Blue is fun to play. I like playing blue. I especially like playing blue-red. It's a fun deck to make. Eomer, I would say this is a more aggressive red card, so it's not like going to be perfect in a Spellslinger deck, not that it couldn't be in one. And then Dunlin Cravain can just be in any black deck, and it would be great. The Cravain can be, your ring bearer, You have Amass Orcs 2. You have flying. I think the pick here is Dunlin Crebain, and you get into this really cool artwork as well. So Dunlin Crebain is pick number 1. In this case, if it were up to me, I would pick Gandalf. He flashes in, he can kill something who, with someone who's not suspecting. You can play the sorcery spells as if they had flash. There's some removal spells there. That would be great for that. Also, you can draw cards with other creatures. Like if you had Bilbo, if it was a red-blue deck with Bilbo and you had Gandalf, what a great combination that would be. So I would pick Gandalf next, then Éomer, I think would be the third. Okay, then the rest of the pack, we have some interesting choices to make. I guess we'd take Merry. See, we had Éomer, and Merry and Éomer I think would go well together because Éomer is like a legendary creature. So if you had both of them attacking, and then you draft some equipment, Merry could be really great there. He also has haste. Éomer also has haste, so it's like you're really getting in really quickly. Red-white would not be a bad archetype to get into here. All right, the next card. If we're going red-white, I guess we'll go Fog on the Barrow Downs. Not a great card, but the reason I would pick this is if you're in a red-white deck, you're just trying to get through, and you don't want blockers in your way. Red-white decks can really just roll over people, and by making a creature unable to attack or block is the especially important one. If a creature can't block, then your creatures can just go right through to the other side and hit them in the face is what you want to do. So you want to get the blockers out of the way, and that's what Fog on the Barrow Downs does. So I would take that next. Then I think we would go with. Now, Bewitching Leechcraft is similar to the Fog card, but I think I'd pick Hithlane Knots next. You get to tap a creature, which is great right then and there. It's also at instant speed, and you get to draw a card, so it replaces itself. Plus, in a blue-red deck, it's going to be more spell slingier, so it makes sense. I think I'll go with Hithlane Knots. And then Leechcraft, which is sort of like the Fog card, taps the creature down. I think we'll go with Stern Scolding next. It's an uncommon, and it's a counterspell. Pretty nice instant. I mean, there's plenty of creatures here that this could counter. Then I think we'd go with Orcish Medicine. This is cool. It gives the creature, lifelink or indestructible, whatever you need. Then you can amass Orcs 1 as well. Pretty useful. Black Breath, I think, is in that same vein. This is a removal spell, kills a lot of 1/1s for you, and it gets you a Ring Tempt. After that, I actually do like the Spider. 1/1 Death Toucher if you have to get into green. Then Olahai Crusher, I think, is decent. I think I picked Pippin's Bravery over Cast into the Fire. So there you have it. Let's go through that pick again. Pick order for me. The Crebain, then Gandalf, Éomer, Merry, Fog on the Barrow Downs, Hithlane Knots, the Leechcraft, Stern Scolding, Orcish Medicine, Black Breath, Mirkwood Spider, Olahai Crusher, Pippin's Bravery, and then Cast into the Fire. And, especially when you get past, the first few picks, your picks are going to kind of be dependent on the kind of deck you're trying to build. So sometimes it's harder to pick one, some of the cards that go in the rear just because they don't really apply, and I'm not sure what we're drafting, but it's just kind of a general sense of what I think I would do. Let me know what you think. If you disagreed with any of those picks, let me know, and love to hear from you. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.